Hey there everyone, Meteorologist Carly Smith here, joining the live stream now as we speak as well. So I hope that everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. Hopefully the rain hasn't caused too many problems for you. I see you all watching, so thank you guys so much for joining these conversations and these weather updates. Hopefully they are insightful and they get the questions answered that you might have. That is always the goal. So we're going to just dive right into it. Here's a look at the latest radar imagery right now, where we have a little bit of a break in the rain right now through Corpus Christi. More rain is coming out of the south. It is moving a little bit southwest. So that is keeping Kingsville, Driscoll, Alice, Orange Grove, Mathis a little bit more soggy than, say, the heart of Corpus Christi this morning. We've got some moderate to heavy showers trying to get started here in Refugio and northern Aransas County. So Rockport, you're seeing the rain move out, getting a little bit of a break as well. We've got a break on the islands, but there's still this steady stream of moisture that's coming up, not only from the Gulf of Mexico, but also out of the southwest. So we'll be talking about that here shortly. But look at all of this. Yeah, that's all going to be moving north off and on throughout the day today. So we are keeping showers in the area, especially through lunchtime. So especially over the next 3 to 4, I would say 5 hours, we're going to continue to see all of this activity moving up. Now, the trends have showed a decrease in rain heading into this evening, but I can't rule out an isolated shower. So we'll get into that here shortly. But Kingsville has picked up the most rain. You're now at over 4/10 of an inch of a rain. Alice over 3/10. Nearing 4/10. Corpus Christi, we're approaching 2/10 of an inch of rainfall. So when it comes to how much rain we will continue to see, let's slow this down. So it looks like for the rest of your Wednesday, so through midnight is where we'll try to stop this. Mostly just a few tenths of an inch are going to be likely to be added on. We'll get a little bit more rain along our islands, a little bit more rain inland. When it comes to Thursday, now there's going to be a piece of energy that right now looks to be setting up between Kingsville and Brownsville. That would put heavier rainfall totals in the area. If it moves a little bit north, we would see the potential for more rain even in Nueces County, but we're still going to see scattered showers on your Thursday. However, it doesn't look widespread. It still is looking more scattered in the region. So that's what we're looking at for Thursday. Then Friday is trending down really on the amount of rainfall with the cold front moving through, and we'll dive into some of those facts here shortly. But right now, as far as your 3-day rainfall totals, that area, thanks to that extra piece of energy, Kingsville and south of there, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. For us here in Corpus Christi, it's looking like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. This is your 3-day rainfall total, so this is not all expected to come today, but Kingsville has already gotten a 1/2 inch of rain, essentially, and so likely another half today, possibly another 1 inch between on Thursday, and then not as much rain is the trend on Friday. So when your rainfall coverage, I trended Friday down, still a decent chance for scattered showers in the area with the front moving in, but it looks like all of that energy is really going to be over East Texas. So between San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, and then the East Texas border with Louisiana, that looks to be where we see the most rainfall out of this event. And so there's a lot of dry air that's coming in on the backside of this low pressure, and you really see that in this imagery. The water vapor imagery, what is showing is that stream of moisture coming out of the Pacific. Look at all of that. That's why we have the rainfall. If we didn't have that Pacific moisture stream, we would not have nearly as much rain in the area. That's a good question, Manuel. I will pass it along to our engineers and let them determine what the issue is. Let's see. I do not know the answer to that question, Cat House or Raphael or whatever you would like to be called. So anyway, water vapor, you can really see the moisture coming up. Drier air filtering in behind, and so that dry air really settles into place over the weekend for us. So we're going to be much drier by the weekend. So we've got the showers now with that moisture stream. This is what I was talking about on Thursday. So there's this piece of energy coming really more from kind of the tropical jet that's going to be coming up out of the southwest, and this is where we could see some higher rainfall totals Thursday. That decreases as we head into Friday. We get a little bit more kind of zonal flow on Friday, and you can see with the front passing through, overall drier air is really settling in over the weekend. So that's the big takeaway from this little setup is showers ahead of the low pressure. So this is our upper level cutoff low, then drier air filters in behind it. So what about that cold front? Let's dive into that now. So what we have right now is the stream of moisture kind of being brought up to the cold front. So that's why it has that north, or I guess it would be this way on the screen that you're looking at. But that's why it has that northwest flow to it, is because the cold front is pulling up that air and that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So we are seeing the crisscross pattern helping produce convection where we have the Gulf of Mexico stream and where we have the Pacific stream. And so that's why we're seeing a lot of rainfall in the area today. It does look like the model trend does have the rain tapering off. Both high-res models really are on this boat around 6 p.m. more isolated and a little bit off to the west. And then it's Thursday when we're watching for that piece of energy really between Kingsville and Brownsville, but could make its way into Corpus Christi, could produce some really heavy rainfall and even some thunderstorms there on Thursday. So I kept us at scattered because most of the activity looks to our south as of today. But if that gets pushed north, we would have higher rainfall totals in the area. So Thursday, this is really a Thursday. There's a little burst of energy Thursday morning, likely before school, and then it looks like the afternoon. So getting home from school, any afternoon activities through about 9, 10 o'clock. So 2 to 10 p.m. is when we will be watching for an increase in our rainfall on Sunday. Then this is the cold front. Rain really trending down with the front moving through. So the high resolution model, that our in-house weather model that I'm showing you right now, it has that heavy band of rain across East Texas. The Weather Prediction Center is targeting this area as a marginal risk for flooding, which is the lowest level, but it's leaving the coastal bend out of that marginal risk and really focusing kind of from Houston almost to San Antonio and then up to Dallas as that target zone. But you can see as the front is moving through, we really don't have a lot of widespread activity. It's more isolated showers across the coastal bend on Friday. The long-range models are moving slower than our high-range models. So it like backtracks. We get rain showing up late Saturday. So the long-range models had the front moving through closer to midnight, whereas the high-resolution model has it moving through Saturday late afternoon. So that's something that we will be keeping an eye on because it could, or I said that wrong, late Friday afternoon. Everything is in agreement that Saturday and Sunday is dry and mostly sunny with that drier air filtering in. And now a few clouds showing up there on Sunday, but overall I think we'll see mostly sunny conditions. So not too much to worry about for the weekend or really well into next week. We are going to start to see moisture increasing again heading into Wednesday. Here's a look outside right now on this gloomy Wednesday. Let's see. Sorry about that, Anna. And then Zach says, rain chance. What are the chances that rain tomorrow pushes closer to Corpus? I mean, it's a chance, Zach. So I can't, it's nailing it down that specifically is really difficult, but it's a chance. So 66 at 9 a.m., 68 at 5 p.m. Temperatures really are not going to fluctuate very much today because of our cloud coverage and of dry air that kind of comes in. Now, our dew points do try to meet the temperature. So we have elevated humidity at the surface, which could potentially result in some fine little drizzle. But for the most part, it's looking drier tonight downtown. Cloudy skies, breezy wind. That's something to keep in mind as well. We've got winds out of the east-northeast today, easterly much of the day, east-northeast tonight, east-northeast tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, we're both looking at winds around 12 to 22 miles per hour, and gusts could be up to 35 miles per hour, even overnight. So some of the strongest wind is going to be this evening. Sunset will be at 5:56. So as we take a look at Futurecast, here's what it's showing Wednesday at 9 a.m. That's right now. Pretty similar to what we're seeing in real life, but not exact. So this is 9 a.m. on Futurecast. This is our current radar. It has a lot more along the islands than what we're really seeing, but still very scattered to numerous coverage. So it is on target in terms of the coverage, just not exactly where the rain is taking place. And so we want our models to initiate almost perfect, but they're just not doing that. So by noon, we're still dealing with some rain across the area, still pretty numerous but then the rain starts to become more isolated. So by 3 to 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock this afternoon, very isolated activity, still cloudy though. Temperatures in the 60s. We will only fall into kind of the low 60s depending on where the rain sets up. Beeville, George West, maybe a bit colder and a little bit drier. But then Thursday, this is where we could see some rain. Thursday afternoon around 3 p.m. May bump rain chances up on Thursday. I'm starting to think maybe I should be bumping those rain chances up a bit to the more scattered to numerous level of coverage, mostly for Thursday afternoon. Friday, still trending down, still looking very isolated as the front is moving through. So Friday was a day we thought we were going to have more widespread rain. That's been trending down. Wednesday and Thursday's rainfall coverage has been trending up. And those rainfall totals are above 1/4 of an inch now, especially in places like Kingsville and Alice. We're nearing 2/10 of an inch in Corpus Christi. So in our 7-day forecast, here's what you can expect temperature-wise. Nothing severe, definitely not severe, Ricky. I'm not tracking anything severe. There is a risk of flooding in East Texas, not here. That's going to be on Friday, but no risk of severe weather with this front moving through. So that is a very positive thing, Ricky. In your 7-day forecast, 73 degrees on Friday ahead of the front, 64 behind it for your high. Those temperatures fall into the 40s overnight Sunday and Monday. At this time, I'm not seeing the chance for those freezing temperatures like we saw behind the last front, but we will be on the colder side Sunday morning and Monday morning due to that drier air in place as well. So more sunshine behind the front, but we've got a cloudy period ahead of us. We've got those scattered showers ahead of us. The rain, as of this morning, is trending down on Friday with the cold front. Higher convection and higher rainfall totals trending up, it looks like, for East Texas. Here's that Weather Prediction Center map. We can look at that before we say goodbye. If anybody else has any questions, Andrew and Priscilla asked about any flooding. That's what I'm going to show now. So I don't see flooding. Our rain is expected to be on the lighter end, not the heavy end as it's falling, which greatly limits flooding. It allows the drains to have plenty of time to catch up and be fine. Let's see if this is the 3-day one. I think it is. So here's Friday. So the flooding risk, as I mentioned, almost goes to San Antonio, but not quite. It starts north of Aransas County, so right around Matagorda Bay, up through Victoria, and then includes Houston. This is where there's a marginal risk of flooding. That also goes up to Dallas, some of the hill country included in that, as well as Interstate 35. So if you have plans to travel along Interstate 35 or I-45 or I-10, or just plans to travel to Houston, here is when the rain is going to be heaviest along that path. So you'll see that Interstate 35 Friday morning. Friday morning, I-35 going to be a mess. That shifts to I-45 by the lunch hour and into the afternoon for Interstate 10. That's going to be between noon and 5 p.m. And then you can see Corpus is just pretty isolated, not that widespread heavy rainfall that can lead to flooding. Even Victoria, I think, is just being safe, including them in that marginal flood risk. But if you have plans to drive to Houston, it's going to be more so as the front is passing. So probably in the afternoon, morning drives should be fairly dry except for an isolated light shower. So that is all I have for you today. We'll go back to the 7-day forecast and we will pull it up full. Ask any questions now if you still have them, and don't forget to watch First Edition from 5 to 7 a.m. Our Share Your Christmas. We've got a special newscast coming up on Friday that will be from 9 to 10. And there's another one in the afternoon from 4 to 5. That will be a lot of fun. Don't forget to share your Christmas and donate to help out the food bank. And that's all we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep up to date with the latest information, as always, on our KIII TV 3 News app. Just find the weather tab.